And now, we'd like to feature...
Recording in progress, mate. I just hit record. We are Aussie Investors, here for your entertainment. Talk about property shares, cryptocurrency, gold, and NVX.
NVX.
Oh, we're happy with NVX, actually.
Happy today. Very happy.
Happy this week, we'll say.
Yeah.
I
It's
am
all happening in the world of finance.
Yes. I am Anzac, and with me tonight is the ever incredible, the long contained, the often imitated, but the never duplicated. It is Grovesy. And just in case you didn't know, this is not advice. Don't listen to us. We are the last people you would ever take advice from.
We just talk shit.
This is just shit talk.
At all.
Yeah, no advice here. No
advice. No financial advice. Take from it what you want. We have given some great advice in the past.
Yeah.
But take it for what you want to take from it.
It's not advice. It's simply dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble.
But we're having a crack. We're having a crack. And a shout out to our number one fan, Ruby, again.
Ruby, yeah.
We have a number one fan. We have at least one fan. So that's good.
My voice is a bit...
Sounds sick again.
Yeah. It's, I don't know if it's a COVID, post-COVID thing, but
yeah,
it just doesn't end. I'm never going to be better. I'm just going to be sick forever.
I know. We're all just going to be sick forever.
It's like,
especially if you've got kids.
Just come to terms with it.
Jam factories.
What do you want to do? Property first or straight onto NVX or?
I want to do crypto first.
Oh, God.
I've been excited by crypto.
I've only got a couple of crypto articles. That's ones
fine.
that you sent me, but it is kind of going up a bit, isn't it? I guess the main one is, let's
I want to talk about Terra Luna.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that, but let's have a look at the BTC. So when did it pump? Last Friday?
Crypto's had a big pump over the last week.
And even more, like it pumped on Friday, but so on Friday it's gone from 20 grand to 22.5. That's USD.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's come back up from 18 to 22, and Ethereum's even done more.
Yeah, and Ethereum's got its change happening next week. So it's going to be a big week for crypto next week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so it had it pump the same time. So what's it gone from? It's gone from 1.1 under 1,500 to 1,000.
1.7.
Yeah. Okay, but again, if you look at 6 months or a year, sucks.
Down 53%. Yeah. What about 5 years though? 507% over 5 years. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. But it does look like it could be coming back. A lot of cryptos. Anyway, let's have a look at your mate. This one.
This excited me this week.
What is Terra? Yeah.
So Terra Luna, as we know, crashed. It crashed. It went from $119 to zippity doodah day nothing.
Less than nothing. 0.000 less than nothing. Yeah.
And then we've had a massive pump this last week. Can you bring a chart up of Terra Luna?
I have to go through my
coin show the people
or something. Yeah, I have to go through my coin spot.
Okay, that's all right.
It'll probably be here.
Well,
we'll keep looking.
It's had as it says, it had a 3,300% pump.
Yeah.
Now the reason why is because the whole Terra Luna Classic, the one that failed, the community there, so all of the coders and everyone, they've put together a proposal that there's going to be a 1.2% burn, and this is going to happen from the 20th of September. So what that means is any transaction that happens on the Terra Luna Classic network, there's going to be a 1.2% tax that's going to take effect. So what they're hoping will happen is that means that the supply of Luna coins is going to dwindle from 6 trillion down to 10 billion, which was the original amount of coins that they had before
fucking heaps less.
Before it tanked. So in theory, what it should mean is the price pumps back up. But the big but is you've got to get volume going through the exchanges, and some of the exchanges are going to burn it and some of them aren't. So it's going to be a big watch this space over the next month with Terra Luna. It could absolutely pump or it could absolutely dump and do nothing, which is crypto to a T, really.
Yeah.
It's so volatile.
Yeah.
But it was very exciting because it went on a huge pump because a lot of traders are betting that they are going to start burning the coin from the 20th of September, which could mean it could have a massive pump up. You know, people are calling it out that it might go back up to $1, which would be huge.
Yeah.
But that means you've got to have a lot of transactions happening on the blockchain for that to occur. So that's highly unlikely. It's going to get back to $1, but it could get to like 10 cents, let's say. Even 10 cents would be huge. So yeah, interesting. Watch this space.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's always been a famous one, hasn't it?
Well, famous for crashing, yeah. Back in May, it went from $119 to fuck all.
Yeah. I'd heard of it before then, but I bought it on its way down, but I didn't buy it close enough to its bottom like you did. When you bought it, you waited.
Well, it's still pretty low now. So people could get in now for, a couple $100 and but not giving people advice, but you could.
Yeah.
Take a massive punt. It's a punt because, as I said, it may or may not happen
it's definitely a roughy horse or roughy greyhound, isn't it? There's one.
It's stuck on the 1-1 coming down the straight.
Yeah.
And it's got no way to get to the outside to win, but you never know.
Yeah.
The other horses could collapse in front of it.
All the other, they could all collapse. Yeah. Yeah. Could happen.
Could happen.
Okay. Novonix. How about that?
Novonix. Huge week for Novonix.
Yeah. Well, let's
had a big pump today.
I didn't even look all day, and I didn't even look last Thursday when it was a bigger pump.
Yeah.
And last Thursday was a big pump. So I didn't even look today.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look 10 times a day, sometimes you don't look. What about you? Did you look today?
I was keeping track of it today. Yeah, because it was had a great day. It pumped.
Yeah. So this is the past 20% in the past week.
20%.
So since we've done this article, since we've done this show, it was $2.04, and now it's $2.43. Like that's heaps. 20%. Huge. A month, still fucking shit over a month. So a month ago it was $3, and it dropped all the way to 6 months. Fucking 6 months.
6 months can go get stuck.
Look at that, 6 months.
That's where we want to be back. We'll be back at $7.
It has come up and then down and now up. It feels like
it's just.
I think this is going to be a big week.
Well, as we been saying for the last 6 months, surely there's got to be some announcements soon. Like this had nothing, but the Biden loans are supposed to take effect in October, but I thought they were going to happen in freaking April this year. So everything just takes a lot longer than you think, I guess. Yeah. Is the lesson.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, surely we've got to have something. Got to have something soon.
This was
great.
Yeah,
this is a really good article.
So I've had a real quick read. So what's this about? Investors are obsessed with ASX lithium shares, but what about this other critical battery metal? When you sent it to me, I was just thinking graphite. And I just scrolled down and I saw graphite and I was like, yes. And
Yep.
then I didn't read it.
Yep.
So what's it about, Cuz?
That is essentially what it's about. It's
Mm.
saying everyone, all the markets and all the brokers are all jumping on lithium.
And
at
look
the
what we
moment.
got here. We got a couple of miners and they got on their high vis. And you know what they got there? A rock and an iPad. And they are looking like they are serious, you know,
Yes.
serious, you know. He's got a rang a beard. He's focused. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is serious, Carl. Sorry, interrupted you. This is, you know, we're no messing around here. Key
That's
point.
right.
I'll read the key points and then you tell us. ASX lithium
Yeah.
shares have been on a hot run due to the transition to electric vehicles. However, there's a different metal that's also used in the creation of batteries for EVs. This metal could trade at a premium in the future, according to some brokers and analysts. So we all know what that is. Graphite.
Graphite. That's right.
So what is it?
Graphite. So it's basically saying exactly what you were just saying then, that, you know, graphite will be the next raw material that's going to be in short supply.
Yep.
Which we've known about for the last 2 years. That people are just catching on now.
We've been fucking harping on about this shit for our fucking, feels like my whole life.
Yeah. So this is just saying, taking bits from an article that was in April and actually last Saturday as well, talking about, you know, graphite. There's, I think the 20% of a battery is graphite. Yeah, just stop there. Go back up. Yeah. So aside from this, graphite is also a critical component in creating lithium batteries. One lithium battery in an electric vehicle comprises about 20% graphite, and that's what we've been saying, right, for the last 2 years. That you know,
like there's more graphite in a lithium battery than lithium.
Yeah, and the graphite that's going to go into a battery is going to be natural graphite plus the synthetic, which is what Novonix is all about, is a synthetic component.
Yep.
And both are going to be needed, the natural and the synthetic, because they're going to need the longer battery life, as we've been banging on about for the last 2 years.
The Age published additional analysis on graphite last Saturday. Did you see that?
I didn't know. I didn't actually see that article.
Portfolio. EV underpin long-term growth for nickel and copper, but here and now we see very tight markets in graphite and lithium, as mine development has not kept pace with surging demand for this one-time fundamental switch from fossil fuels to renewables. Stewart continued. Lithium and graphite pricing is expected to remain elevated for some time. We believe we will benefit from owning the lithium and graphite producers and developers. So according to analysis, graphite arguably has the same outlook as lithium. Both also benefit from a surge in interest on demand front, while the supply end producers can't ship the material fast enough to keep up with expected orders.
Yep, and that's what's gonna happen, and that's why Novonix is in prime possum to take advantage of this.
Companies involved in graphite production. The following companies are in the graphite production space for investors looking for an alternative to ASX lithium shares.
And a lot of these are also in lithium, by the way.
Yeah.
Syro is, and so is Sayona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why no mention of NVX?
Because they, for some reason, the Motley Fool thinks that Novonix is more of a battery tech and more of an actual lithium company, but we're not.
No. Whereas synthetic, well, one of the things they do is synthetic graphite.
Yeah. Maybe they're more talking about natural graphite here, I guess. But let's not forget, Novonix owns a huge resource of natural graphite as well up in Queensland. That's what they actually started out as, a natural graphite company. So that could get developed in the future. This was a great article, Cuz. This one you found earlier today.
Well, I saw another podcast was talking about this, and then I just Googled it and found it. So Tesla is planning to refine lithium in the US. Tesla is considering building a lithium refinery in Texas, which is near NVX in Chattanooga.
Yeah, Chattanooga, down
Chattanooga.
south.
As it continues trying to localize and secure the supply of critical components and materials. Exactly. If the application just filed is successful, construction could begin this year. Yet, that depends. Tesla touted the potential battery-grade lithium hydroxide refining facility as the first of its kind in North America. It will process raw ore material into usable state for a battery production, the company said in an application filed with the Texas.
Now, but you know why I'm so excited about this? Because I think this is the first green shoots of what we were talking about a month ago with this Inflation Reduction Act, where the government's saying you're going to have supply chains and production facilities in the US.
Yeah,
Tesla's actually doing it. This is
well, they've always they haven't done this before. Tesla. There's they've always got it from overseas. Their lithium.
Exactly. Yeah.
But why have they decided to make it in Texas?
Yeah.
Because their hand has been forced.
Yeah. Yep. Effectively. And
does it talk about that in this article? I haven't read it.
Yeah, it does say somewhere. Where is it?
Elon, is this Elon Musk quote here? So it's basically like minting money right now. They're like software margins in lithium processing right now. So I would like to encourage, once again, the entrepreneurs to enter the lithium refining business. You can't lose. It's a license to print money.
Yeah.
Well, that's all about the demand.
Yeah. And it talks about the Australian operators that they're going to get the concentrate from. But they've got to produce it in America. And, the Inflation Reduction Act says to get the tax credits, you're going to have production facilities in America. And this is the first green shoot. Tesla's announced it, and I'm sure there's going to be more and more of the car makers start to report that they're going to have more and more production facilities built in the US. I mean, they're doing it anyway, but now they have to. Their hands being forced. So I was really excited when I read that, because I thought, wow, this is the first sign. Q4, which is next month, they're going to start building this stuff.
Construction company
They're onto
Q4
it.
of this year, with commercial production targeted by the end of 2024. It's not that long away, really, is it?
It's a year away, basically. They're going for it. Like, this is why this article is so exciting, I reckon. It's the first green shoot. It's like, game on.
Okay, well, here's a couple of the Novonix pumps. So this is last Thursday.
Yeah.
Pumped 11%. Look at this bloke, eh? Look at him. He looks happy. Pumped 11%. So it's gone from $2 to a bit under 250.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's it going to be next Tuesday when we do this, Grovesy?
I fucking hope it's $5.
Well, like at this rate, it'll be, $3 or very close to.
$3. Yeah. I mean, it's gone up to that before, as we saw in the chart before. So
yeah, like less than a month ago. Yeah.
I think, as we've been saying, banging on for the last 3 or 4 months, as soon as we get a decent announcement, it's just going to pump, I feel.
Yeah. And this is today.
Yeah.
Boom.
Because my gut feel is that at the moment, it's being traded by the traders. They're up 7% one day, down 7% the next. They're just trading it.
Yeah, fun.
They're having fun, and that's why we're going sideways. They're waiting for some news to re-rate it.
Who owns shares in ASX?
Yeah, this was interesting. Yeah.
Just after our last Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah.
And who
So
are these people?
I don't know who they are.
No, like,
So that's just a file photo, I think.
yeah, I mean, just look at them.
Yeah.
You know, you got the techie guy here, nerdy guy here, you know, ethnic, all different types of ethnics. You got the guy in a suit, the intelligent Asians wearing glasses,
Yeah.
you know, and nice shirts, and funky. And who are these people?
I don't know.
Who are you? Okay.
But yeah, the reason I like this article is that it still shows that the original owners have a huge percentage of shares owned. So St. Baker Energy Holdings, that's one of the original founders.
Yep.
But he still has a 15% interest in the company,
Yeah. Wow.
which is a good thing because you
Yep.
want them to have skin in the game,
Yep.
so that they make the share price go up and the companies become profitable.
Yeah.
But it also shows there's a lot of big investment companies. Citicorp, Allegro, they've got another 14% stake, and then we've got Phillips 66. They have a 15% stake.
Mm.
So there's a lot of big players involved in this, which is great.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, just a nice little snapshot.
I like
So
it.
yeah.
Close these two ones. Okay. What are we at now? Inflation.
Yeah, this was interesting. I mean, so we're going to have the announcement, I think either tonight or tomorrow, might be tomorrow night, about what the inflation rate is in America.
Kind of. How often does that come around? Is it once a month?
Once a month, I think.
God,
Yeah.
it feels like it's more often than that, right?
Yeah, it does seem
We're
like
always
because
about to fucking. It's just
everyone's talking
always
about
in our
inflation.
minds, inflation. You never thought about it not long ago, you know?
The last
Like,
20 years, no one's cared about it because it's been going at 2%.
exactly.
It's
But now it's fucking
everywhere.
you can't bloody you can't go to a barbecue or do anything without someone talking about it. You can't go to a
Yeah,
kids party. God, that's all I do. You
yeah,
can't go to a kids party without someone talking about inflation.
yeah. And
None.
it's visible. Inflation's visible now when you go to the Bowser, when you go to your shops.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's talking about it because it's so visible. Whereas in the past, no one notices a 2% increase a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
20 cents on a loaf of bread, no one cares. But when it's
Yeah.
$2 on a loaf of bread, people start caring.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the point of this article was they're saying if inflation has shown that it's come down, then there could be a huge market rally and maybe growth stocks might come back into play, which would be positive for tech stocks, positive for Novonix.
So what it was down a little bit last month, was it?
Last month came down like, what was it, like 0.3 or 0.4%? But it's still very, it's
What,
still
from
like
9
8%.
to 8.5 or something like that, was it? Or-
Yeah. And I think Credit Suisse is saying if it comes down to 8, I think they're saying that. I think there's some graph in there somewhere.
Should we
So if
watch
it
this?
comes down to, yeah, see what this guy says.
Okay.
Investing club is a dream for me. Most exciting part of
Well, sometimes I usually press play and get through the ads first, you know?
Yeah.
So when we speak, we don't have to listen to these bozos fucking selling shit. Like the investing club.
Yeah.
collapse over the next 12 to 18 months. Jonathan Golub is behind the call.
Talking
He's the
about
firm's
Bitcoin.
chief U.S. equity strategist. Jonathan, great to speak with you.
More than 12
Yeah, and Bitcoin could jump as well.
Yeah.
We're lapping, and we're lapping easier comparisons. It's going to look a lot better year on year, John. Is that what you mean by inflation collapsing?
Well, it's even more than that. If you look at like the tips break evens, they're predicting that we have sub 2% CPI at this time next year. Economists are forecasting something that's more like 2.25% by the end of next year. Why? This isn't a Credit Suisse call. This is actually what's being priced into the market broadly. And if you look at it in pieces, because calculating CPI is a mechanical exercise. Goods prices, goods inflation peaked in March. They've been falling for 6 months now. Oil prices, I mean, every one of us sees when we go to, the gas station that the price of gasoline is down and oil is down, and we see it even with.
I can't listen to much more of this shit. Are you enjoying this?
He's got an annoying voice,
That's a
isn't
really big potential
Yeah.
positive. Jonathan, it's
Oh, I was about to say she's hot. We're back to the hot chick, but no, we're with this fucking tool.
trade tech, but you don't need to.
Nah, I can't listen anymore, Grovesy. Sorry,
Yeah.
cuz.
But basically, yeah, what we're just saying, what he's saying. Although, yeah, I didn't realise I was saying it's going to come down to 2% next year.
Mm,
That's a big call.
big call.
So it's going to come down to 2%. But yeah, who
Yeah,
knows?
huge call.
Yeah.
Okay, which leads us to property. eh?
Property.
Property. So you sent this to me. What's this one, cuz?
Yeah, this is where property prices are higher, still higher than a year ago. So
Yeah.
everyone talks about property prices crashing,
Mm,
but there's pockets within Sydney and Melbourne where they're actually higher. So yeah, I just thought it was a good article to point out that properties can certain areas, like when you're looking at property, you got to look for certain areas as well.
what I'm saying to vendors is you've made 40% from price growth in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
You're going to give 5 to 10% back. The net result is still good. And if you're buying and selling in the same market, it's all relative.
Yep.
Sums it up, doesn't it?
100%. Yeah, pretty much.
But it's all clickbait. Oh, it's gone down this amount in with our biggest drop in 45 years.
Yeah. And some
have
maybe
we fucking seen
some
that shit?
maybe
you know?
some suburbs may have dropped 40%, but they may be like a $3 million suburb as well. They're
Mm,
coming from 3.5 million down to 3.
mm.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was a good article to point out that property is different in all different areas. The prices go up and down in different areas.
Great article. Okay. Well, these two are on rentals. We'll do this one first. Ridiculous. Did you send this to me
Ridiculous.
or I sent this to you? I can't remember.
I think you sent this to me. Yeah.
Australia's rental crunch. How about we watch this? Is that cool?
Yeah.
About a third of us rent the home we live in. In recent times, it's become extremely difficult to find a rental.
Have we
and
seen this
even more
before?
difficult to pay
I
for.
don't know.
Buying
think
is
so.
extremely low, and the competition is fierce.
Rental crunch.
We have an 18-month-old son, and we are expecting a baby around February.
Oh, you poor cunts.
Oh no.
Fuck. Expecting a fucking baby. Screaming, yelling, shit everywhere.
Making you sick.
Your social life is just fucking gone.
God.
Just gone.
God.
Your life gone.
God.
Just
For at
think of
least 5
everything
years.
that you used to enjoy in the nappy bin.
Yeah.
That's it.
For at least the first 4 years anyway.
I mean, they look
Then
nice
you
people, but they need to know the truth.
So we've
can ship them off to school.
for a new place. However, we're finding that in order to achieve the third bedroom, the price for that is almost unachievable for us.
Renters are telling me about long searches before.
Hang on, I'm so sure we've heard this fuckwit before. Is that right?
This
Was
is
he on
Adam
one-
Bant. This is the Greens leader. I hate this.
Ah, I knew. I've got this like fuckwit.
This is the guy that wants to put a cap on rental
Yeah.
price increases. Yeah.
It's like a radar for fuckwits,
Yeah.
I'm like,
This
I
guy
know that
is
voice. I know that fuckwit face. This guy's a fucking tool, right? And boom,
100%.
boom,
Yeah.
here's a fuckwit.
They
Yeah.
find a place to rent. They're bidding wars for some to even get into the place.
We're seeing renters experience a lot longer search for a rental property and not being able to source a property that's the right suit for them.
It's as if we gain one thing and lose another.
You only have to have a look at the numbers of people who are open for inspections on the weekends or right throughout the week to see just how much competition is out there for almost every listing.
We turned up and I reckon there were about 30 other couples there and the queue was...
That means more time spent looking for properties. It means more time spent on putting applications in.
So what they start doing is having to compromise on other things. So people start crowding in, they start share housing, maybe they're staying with family and friends, and more people are living together than really they'd prefer.
Can you imagine, 2 babies, in-laws, wife? It's just too much,
We've seen rents rise at their fund.
He's got a neck tattoo. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's a Chinese symbol on his neck.
Fastest pace in
See?
7 years. In June this year,
Yin
rents
yang.
were up 7% year on year.
Yeah, wow,
And
okay.
these soaring rental prices are really coming amid a crunch.
Well, I
of
mean,
rental
they've
rates.
gone up 7% in a year, but did they come down a lot in COVID? I know
Well,
mine.
they
fucking
didn't-
did.
They didn't go down. Yeah, they didn't go up at all in COVID.
Yeah,
Wow.
mine went down.
They went down. Yeah. Same.
10% compared to that decade-long average. Far fewer listings coming onto the market, and that means more competition for each and every listing.
So there's a number
Well, I've seen places.
Oh,
for
here we
rent-
go. Maybe we have heard Cameron. We've seen him stand next to. I
Yeah, Mr.
remember
Kush.
that tree.
Remember the Kush? Mr.
Yeah, we
Kush.
love the Kush, but I remember the tree. You're standing next to a nice tree. We've heard it before. When was this
Yeah.
article sent? 8th of
we've-
September?
last week,
Yeah.
last Thursday. Yeah. But I mean, I've seen places for rent in my suburb, and they're not going quickly. So, and I don't think they're overpriced either.
Mm,
So I don't know. Maybe these people are wanting to live right in the center of town as well.
mm.
But it's a lot of clickbait as well, as you've said. The poor person that's about to have the baby, and they can't afford, to live 200 meters from work. Well, sorry, you're gonna have to move out a little bit further.
Look at these legends here. Okay, Charlie, 24 and his mates were told by their landlord they need to cough up $50 more each a week to find a new place in Melbourne's rental crisis. Look, there he's having a beer. They're sitting there on some shitty plastic chairs. They're not
having
even
a king
king
round.
colour. It's got some lawn bowls. That's a fucking lawn bowl there.
Yeah,
That's
that is
a
a
lawn
long
bowl.
bowl.
There's only one drinking. They're all in shorts. I think that guy there's drinking too, but he's got a tinny,
Yeah.
no shoes and a tinny, but there's a tinny by his foot. There's a tinny by his fucking foot. And I'm pretty sure there's beers next to that bin behind him. Anyway, the 4 boys, all in their early 20s on graduate job. Well, holy shit. Oh, kids.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, there's the kid with the couple with the baby.
Yeah. Is that the same people? No.
Nah, that's another one.
No, definitely. He's got that other guy had a Chinese neck tattoo. This guy's got a sleeve of tats, and he's got a honey of a wife there. I think I see a few tats on her too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
she's,
it's cool not to have tats now, I reckon.
yeah, it's a bit
Cool not. Everyone
slave
has
to
tats.
fashion now, isn't it? These
Yeah. Now,
tats.
I reckon it's cool not to have tats.
Yeah. Yeah. Slave to fashions. I think I'm 45. If I haven't got a tattoo now, you're never going to bloody get one. Because think of the tattoos.
No.
Let's say you went for some of the tattoos that you thought about getting in your life, Grosy, and you looked at them now. Would you be like, awesome. I'm really happy I got that mad dog.
Probably not. I might get a Collingwood tattoo if we win this week.
Yeah, get a
game
Collingwood
this week.
tattoo. Yeah.
If we win the grand final.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If
get
they
a
win the
Collingwood
grand
tattoo.
final, you got to get a Collingwood tattoo.
I'll get a Collingwood tattoo. I can look at that.
You
for the
said
rest of
that to
my
me
life.
fucking 10 years ago. You would.
I know.
And
I
you
know.
didn't.
I wussed out.
Yeah, you did. This is the same shit, different smell, isn't it?
Yeah. Disaster. Anything that was disaster.
Disaster.
Everything's crashing. The world's going to end.
World's going to
Rent's
end.
going to the moon.
Lastly, but not least, you got your mate,
Mr. Yardney.
Mr. Young. We haven't seen him for a while, right?
Nah,
Episode
Michael.
29, this one, Grovesy. It's a bit.
29.
Yeah, 29.
That's good.
It's a bit of a milestone.
Yeah. Nearly 2/3 the way for a year.
But he's looking older. Good old Michael Yardney, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Getting a bit grayer, isn't he?
His bloody eyebrows and mustache are grayer than Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
He's
He is
starting to look-
looking fucking old. COVID hasn't been good to this old cunt, has it?
He's starting to look like a bit like Santa, isn't he?
He's Santa. He's like fucking
He's a property Santa.
Santa in a suit. It's Santa Claus in a fucking suit.
He's the property Santa Claus.
He's property Santa Claus. He's property Santa Claus. He's real estate Santa Claus selling places in the North Pole. Why I never believed the property naysayers, and you shouldn't either. Okay,
Yeah.
remember
Great-
early
great
2020, number of predictions. Okay, so what happened next? Didn't collapse, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all about. There's always here are a few. The sky is falling. Property predictions that didn't eventuate. 32% decline. CBA warned, and but instead property values rose in almost all parts. 40% crash when the Reserve Bank of Australia did some financial modelling. What could happen under the worst? Yeah,
Could happen.
yeah. The media went crazy with headline only a couple of years ago, which led to many people worrying that the big crash was coming. We were told that unemployment would rise to double digits because of COVID, yet it fell to historic low levels. Yeah, weird things happen,
true.
don't they? You know?
Yeah. And I think it comes down to the old adage of what we said. It's time in the market, not market timing.
Yeah.
You know, there's never been a better time to buy a place now.
Yeah.
Just get into the market is the key.
Yeah.
Or start off somewhere. Just do it. Sitting on the sidelines and worrying about whether it's going to crash or boom, you're never going to do anything at the end of the day.
Anyway, plenty of naysayers. Look at that. Number one, fact is a fall of this magnitude has never happened before. Number two,
Exactly.
the average Australian is wealthier than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
you think about most people saved a shitload in COVID, so
Yeah. No sign of mortgage stress for the majority of borrowers.
it's a huge advantage. So that means people aren't going to fall over anytime soon, which means property prices should stay relatively stable. You'd think.
And that's interesting too. Interest rates are still low. People talk,
Yeah,
oh my God, it's
historically.
gone up again. Well, it's still fucking so low, isn't it?
It's historically, yeah. Like
So low.
our,
I know.
our parents had 17-18%
Yeah.
interest rates in the 90s. So
Banks are conservative with stress testing loans. Yeah.
Yep.
So they which is true.
which is what we've talked about before, that they add
Rising interest
2.5.
rates didn't make the market fall in the past.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We've seen rising interest rates before.
Yeah.
And here's some of them. August 94, seminar cash rate up 275, 99, cash rate's up 250. So how much have we had the cash rate go up?
What did we go down to 0.1, and now we're up to what, we're up to 2.25, I think.
2.25, yeah.
I think. Yeah, so you think we're nearly to the end of it.
Well, that matches these, you know.
Yeah, between that 2 and 3% rise based on history anyway.
A supply shortage ahead.
Yeah, and this is what we we're talking about last week, right?
Supply happened.
That
crunch on the horizon.
You're going to have another 250,000 people coming in, according to what they were saying, what the government was saying at the Jobs Summit.
Australia's experiencing a rental crisis. Don't we know that?
Yeah. So